am Velan Swamigal, co-leader of the Pothiviltu Polihandi, the civil protest rally organizing team. On the behalf of Northeast Civil Societies and Pothiviltu Polihandi P2P movement, today we take this opportunity to bring out a letter to the UN Human Rights Council Commissioner and to the other diplomats and to the core group countries and to the other membership countries. On the behalf of Tamil speaking people, Tamils, we are requesting them. Now I am reading out that letter draft, and today we are releasing this. After this, within 1 or 2 days, we are going to collect all the signatures from Tamil national political leaders, Tamil civil societies, Tamil religious leaders, Tamil victim groups, etc. And we are going to finalize this and send it to the relevant UN infrastructure. Appeal by Tamils to members of the core group and member states of the UN Human Rights Council about the zero draft resolution on Sri Lanka dated February 19, 2021. Include referral to International Criminal Court ICC in the zero draft. Either undersigned leaders from Tamil national political parties, Tamil victim groups, Northeast civil societies and religious groups feel that the Human Rights Council zero draft resolution dated February 19, 2021 does not meet even the basic expectation of the Tamil community, especially on international accountability for atrocity crimes, including mass killings of Tamils and rape of Tamil women by the Sri Lankan security forces. We are writing to appeal to members of the core group on Sri Lanka and to member states of the UN Human Rights Council to include in the zero draft to refer Sri Lanka to the International Criminal Court ICC for war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide committed against the Tamil people by the Sri Lankan state. Due to the serious nature of the situation, Tamils unitedly sent a letter over a month ago to you on January 15, 2021, urging Sri Lanka to be referred to the International Criminal Court (ICC). This call was validated by tens of thousands of Tamils in a recent rally called Pothiviltu Polihandi P2P, which was organized by the Northeast civil societies. We specifically urge you this request after losing any hope of getting justice for war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide committed against Tamil people by the Sri Lankan state. Not referring Sri Lanka to ICC will not only open the doors for abusers of atrocity crimes to escape justice, but it will also embolden Sri Lankan political leaders and security force leaders to commit international crimes against Tamil people without any hesitation, knowing well that they will not have to face justice. We strongly urge you to seriously consider this risk Tamil people will face if Sri Lanka is not referred to the International Criminal Court (ICC). Furthermore, the current High Commissioner of Human Rights, Michelle Bachelet, in her report dated 27th January 2021, urged UN Human Rights Council member states to take steps forward toward the referral of the situation in Sri Lanka to the International Criminal Court. Also, 20 former senior UN officials, including 4 former UN High Commissioners of of Human Rights, 9 independent UN experts, and all members of the UN Secretary General's panel of experts on Sri Lanka jointly issued a statement on February 18, 2021, titled Sowing the Seeds of Conflict, have called on Sri Lanka to be referred to International Criminal Court, ICC. The fact is that Sri Lanka has made its justice institutions unavailable to its own victims. We therefore echo the High Commissioner's recommendations to work with victims and their representatives to pursue justice through universal or extraterritorial jurisdiction, existing international avenues for accountability, such as the International Criminal Court, should be considered, said the report. Some examples of international crimes committed against Tamil people by the Sri Lankan state. 1. According to the March 2011 report of the UN Secretary General's panel of experts on accountability in Sri Lanka, stated that war crimes and crimes against humanity were committed during the final stages of the armed conflict, and around 40,000 Tamil civilians were killed in the final 6 months of the war that ended in May 2009. Number 2. According to the November 2012 report of the UN Secretary General's Internal Review Panel on UN Action in Sri Lanka, over 70,000 Tamils were unaccounted for during the final 6 months of the war that ended in May 2009. Number 3. Several were killed when Sri Lankan forces repeatedly bombed and shelled an area designated by the government as no-fire zones, safe zones. Even hospitals and food distribution centers were bombed. Several also died of starvation and bled to death due to lack of medical treatment. Number 4. International Truth and Justice Project, ITJP, in February 2017 handed over details to UN of Sri Lankan military-run rape camps, where Tamil women are being held as sex slaves. Number 5. According to UK Foreign and Commonwealth Office report on April 2013, there are over 90,000 Tamil war widows in Sri Lanka. Number 6. Thousands of Tamils disappeared, including babies and children. UN Working Group on Enforced Disappearances stated that the second highest number of enforced disappearance cases in the world is from Sri Lanka. History of false promises by the Sri Lankan government on accountability for international crimes. We also would like to bring to your attention that successive Sri Lankan governments have failed to implement any of the UNHRC resolutions, including the ones they voluntarily co-sponsored. The previous government not only failed to take any meaningful steps to implement the resolution that it co-sponsored, on the contrary, the President, Prime Minister and senior members of the government have repeatedly and categorically stated that they will not implement the UNHRC resolution. The current new government went one step further and officially withdrew from the co-sponsorship of the resolutions 30/1, 34/1 and 40/1, and walked away from the UNHRC accountability process. Furthermore, as a snub to UNHRC, only soldier who was ever punished and sentenced to death for killing civilians, including children, were pardoned by the current president. Also, several senior military officials who were credibly accused of committing war crimes have been given promotions and treated as war heroes. One officer who was named in UN reports as a suspected war criminal was promoted as a 4-star general. We appeal to you to take our appeal seriously and include referral to International Criminal Court ICC in the zero draft resolution. Thank you. Notice civil societies.